Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this series from Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. We have an interesting ink pot here which actually reminds me a little bit of Inky Ivy and the Inky Butterfly feel to it. I've just got to move my book across a little bit so we can see it. My page wants to jump up and down as well. I haven't done this page for a while. I actually jumped in and made a different video set, but with the same pencils. So I've been using the Staedtler a lot. They just happen to be out here in the recording room on the desk. Now we have this ink pot, we have the quill, we have the butterflies, the magic is rather sweet. I think I'm going to deal with the ink first. Now we have the ink spots and we have the ink in the bottle. I'm just looking at the Staedtler pencils. We have an indigo blue, which is 36. I'm going to use this first, but I'm not going to press really hard. I'm just going to put a layer of this, but it is quite dark. Now I do think this is probably the colour of ink, but I'm thinking that I might just put a blue on top, a slightly lighter blue, just to make it a slightly nicer colour. If you love this colour, just layer it up. But I'm thinking I quite like it slightly different. So I'm going to put this colour on all of the inky areas, but then I'm going to use another one on top. I don't know how much it will show up because obviously this is quite a dark colour. I'm trying not to press down too much, but it's just a bit of an experiment really, I guess. But I hope everyone's doing well. Well, we're sort of, I'm trying to think what time of year. It's January. I'm trying to think, actually this is 33. I'm going to go over the top. Again, still just plain colouring. I was trying to think whether this was going out in January or February because I've been getting a bit ahead in some part in the afternoon videos, and I've sort of slacked off making morning videos. It's all really complicated. My head is a bit spinning, to be honest, as to where should I put this video, where should I put that one. So they've got a few made for February already, but I haven't done all the January planner pages yet, and I haven't done all the morning videos for January, and I've got to leave a space for my completed pages. It's all getting very complicated, but anyway, you don't need to worry about that. I'm going to use this 33 to do around the edge of the label. I think that might be quite nice, just to have it a bit lighter. I'm still making it quite dark because often with the label on things they've got quite a defined colour, you know. There we go. I'm sort of tempted to leave that bit white, but I shall have a think about that. There's no need for me to decide that yet. We're going to do our glass. This is 80, and it's quite funny because I've only just coloured a quill picture from a different series that I've been making for you, from Agatha's Tiny Year. And I've actually now managed to acquire a number of copies. I've offered them out to some people who asked me if I could send them copies, so I've already done that. But if anyone is desperate for a copy, they can't buy it in the country they're in, or they can't wait until it comes to the country they're in, then let me know. I can organise to send you one out if I've got any left by the time this video goes out. I might do, I might not do. I've been offering them to people because it's a lovely book. Excuse me. I'm going to do the feather part, the bottom of the feather, in number 83. So just this little bit here. There we go. Because with the Colouring Heaven magazines, which Tiny Year is from, this particular one isn't available to subscribers as an extra. I'm trying to think of what colour to do this. I think I might do it in purples. Actually, purple and pink, number 6. I'm going to do the edge. I'll show you. I'm actually going to do the centre as well. So I'm going to sort of try and go along the centre. Don't worry if you can't stick to one side, because we're going to extend that a little bit and then fade it off. They come out in the UK and they're on the shelves of the shops first, and then they go out to other countries after, but not all countries. And they're also sold online, but they've sold out online already, which is so quick. Apparently it's shocked them how quickly it sold out. So so if you've been trying to get a copy and you can't, then I've got a few possibly left. I've decided that I'm going to keep 2 copies for myself because it's such a lovely book, and I might decide I want to colour it. Well, I will want to colour it again, you know. This is number 61, and I'm going to do the rest of the feather. And you're like, what are you doing? You'll see. I'm going to add some pink. Anyway, let's talk of a different book, which might mean nothing to you if you only watch Johanna Basford videos or whatever, but it might be of interest to you. So what else is happening to me? Well, today is Saturday here, and went to the farmer's market as we always do to grab some tasty bread. I'm going to go back to back to dropping a pencil, back to 6, and I'm going to make those edges and centre darker because it's just faded back. It's not, I really want it to really show so you can see there's 2 colours. That's better. And do that on the edge as well. Yes, I bought some bread, eggs and milk from the market, and yeah, bought a Big Issue magazine as well, and new seller, didn't recognise her, but anyway. So I've got a crossword somewhere to do, which I completely forgot about at lunchtime. I want these stars to be silver. I think they'll go better with this, but I think they'll probably stand out a lot more if I do them in pen rather than pencil. You can do them in pencil, try and make it a bit shiny like the glass, but I'll show you. Which is is 83? Yes. No. I'm going to use this colour, I think. I'm going to use 8. Okay, and I'll show you how to do it. So I want to get right into those points with a bit more depth of colour, so overlap it a bit, and then by the time we get to the middle we want like nothing, so it looks a bit shiny. It's hard to show you on such a small design, but you want to get into those corners nice and dark and then fade. Yeah, and then we did a supermarket shop, and came home, and because the boys have finished all their exams and assignments, I asked them to help, so they could either come out with us to the shop or clean. They chose to clean. Well, one of them wasn't up in time anyway. This is £8.90. I'm going to do the bodies of the butterflies. I'm going to do them all in the same colour. So I'm going to try to make the edges a little bit more intense, to try and make the butterflies look a little bit shapely in their body. You may have seen me do this before, so try and leave a lighter bit just in the middle so it looks a bit more rounded. It's tricky when they're so small. Do the best you can. Anyway, so they were cleaning, so when I got back a lot of it had been done, so I unpacked the shopping and I had to vacuum. I hadn't got around to doing that yet. My son was cleaning his keyboard, so I was helping him with that a little bit before lunch. Yeah, and then it was lunch, and we've just had lunch. I'm just trying to decide on my butterfly colours. Do I keep with this pinky purple bluey colour scheme, or do I go a bit mad and get some oranges and reds and greens in there? Definitely going to go for a green. I'm going to start with a green. That's what I'm thinking. This is number 551, and I'm going to do this little one here. So I'm going to make it a bit darker nearer the body and try and fade towards the tip of the wings. Yeah, my brother-in-law got in touch with me to say my niece is getting really interested in art, and she wants to be a children's book illustrator. He sent me some of her pictures, very, very lovely, and said, did I have any spare pencils? It's like, ooh, that's a really hard question, because what she had weren't very good. Now I have such a big range of pencils. I have budget sets as well as this is £5.50. I'm going to fill in the little gaps. You know, I have budget sets and really expensive sets, and so I sort of asked, you know, what does she like? Does she like soft and smushy pencils, or does she like harder pencils? Most of my pencils are harder, and she likes soft and smushy, and I was like, because I don't have so many of those. I have like my Prismacolors. I just have a set and a few odd spares that, you know, I'm using. Like I have do I have a spare of the discontinued ones, and that's about it really. Then I think I'm gonna do this one in a blue. Then I have number 30. I have my new Holbeins. They're quite soft, but she's not getting those. And I have some of the Brute Funas are quite soft, and I have a set of Yova pencils which are quite soft. They're like the Calor ones, but I you know, them, I don't want to give them away because I use them. I think it might be hard for people to understand unless you sort of, I don't know. But I have lots of different pencils, and I use lots of different pencils because I like to, partly because, you know, it's nice to mix it up a bit when I'm colouring for myself. And certain pencils suit certain pictures and certain paper. You know, like these pictures I wouldn't ever do with Prisma because they're so big. I'd be sharpening them every 2 minutes, you know, that sort of thing. So I like to have a big variety. So, and there aren't any, the only ones that I don't use much are things like Staedtler Norris, which are really hard and pretty rubbish. And I'm like, well, I've got a set of those that I won in a competition, but I wouldn't want to give those to her because they're not very good. So I was a bit unsure, so I made a recommendation of a set of pencils that might be better. I thought the Calor ones would be, if she wants a big range of colours and doesn't want to blend, Calor is great. But you know, I don't know. But I will find, we do have a set of Staedtler Aquarelle. This is number 29 I'm going to use for the other butterfly. I'm going to fade it off quite quickly and use some other colours too. And we have a set of, what are they called? Arteza Ink Tonic with pens, which might be of use, but they're not very good for colouring. They might be good for drawing, journaling. Depends, you know, what she's doing. I say we because they belong to my husband, not me. I do have a couple of sets of watercolour pencils, one that Arteza sent me that I really should learn how to use. This is 23, and a set that I bought from Castle with some vouchers I had, but I could give her those. But again, I don't know if she watercolour is just completely different to pencil work, so I don't know. I know that my father-in-law's given her an easel and some paint, so I just don't know what she really, whether she doesn't know what she wants and she's just asking because she thinks I got lots of stuff to give away. I don't know. Difficult, really hard, because I want to help her. This is 25, but I don't want to send her stuff that she's not going to use or that isn't suitable for what she's doing. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. I could always order some Prismacolors for her from Colour Pencil Shop and get them delivered to her, that sort of thing, you know. Right, now where are we at? I'm just having it all looks very plain, don't you think? So what do we do with these butterflies? Well, we could add some coloured pens, different coloured gel pens. What have I got? I could use my metallics. I could, no, I'm going to do it in pencil because you might not have gel pens, so let's do this. Let's start with our red butterfly, 27, and what I was going to do was draw some circles, it's not going to show up, some circles on the edges like this. It's really not going to show up, is it? I wonder if the black will show up. I'm going to experiment now. So this is number 9, which is the black. I think it'll work with black if it shows up. Yeah. Now this is still quite pale. You might prefer to use a pen. I was looking for pens, couldn't find what I wanted, but you might find that if you've got a black pen, which you might, you know, any black pen might just work. I'm going to put a few circles here as well. I don't know why circles. And then I'm actually going to fill, although I did that in green, look at that, I've burnished it. That's interesting. This one I'm going to put a line around the edge. Black. And symmetrical. There we go. And I am going to use a white pen to do a, I don't know what, something. No, I do know. I've got to just find it. This is the Jelly Roll 8. So with this first butterfly, I'm just going to put some dots in the middle of those circles that I not very successfully made, like that. You could, if you're watching this and you aren't colouring on yet, you could make those in black first, and then they would show up better. There we go. And then I'm going to put some on this one, and here. What time is it? Oh, is that 1:15? Yeah. You're looking at your clock telling me what the time is. Thank you. My son's doing a charity live stream. I need to go and make him a donation in a moment. I shall do that soon. Oh, and my washing machine's beeping, but I think we're nearly done here. But you can see how just doing a little bit of an edge on the butterflies, a little bit of white here and there, so it's reflecting my lamp, so it's not very clear. It just adds a little bit more interest. It gives me something to do and talk about. Now with those silver stars, you got a couple of options you could do. You could use your glitter, if you've got a glitter gel pen, you could go all over them or around the edges. You could go use a silver metallic pen the same way, either around the edge or all over them, or just leave them like that. You could use the silver pencil. They are quite effective, silver pencils. So it's up to you, but I'm going to leave mine like that. I'm actually feeling quite happy with them. You could also add some dots around them, you know, silver dots, glitter dots, anything really, grey dots, I don't know, but I'm just gonna leave it. So there we go, there is that one done. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day, and happy colouring.